So we all know that the internet is a big part of our everyday life. For those at home watching right now, what does this mean to them?
Well, I don't think the folks at home necessarily are going to see anything directly, next month once this lapse is over. This is primarily maintaining the domain names and IP addresses. And the folks that are behind this plan say that this is to create a seamless transition to the world's use of the internet. And the critics argue that the Americans are giving up on our intellectual property because this was created through DARPA back in the 60s, and so it is American, created, and they're wondering what's going to happen if we cede this control to an international panel. Will it remain as free and open as it is now?
Well, the thing is, they already have internet. They already have their domains. We know about their censorship. So really, what's going to change here?
Well, the changes, you're gonna see a board of members that will be making all the new rules moving forward, a panel, if you will, kind of like the UN Human Rights Panel.
Right.
And we all know how well that worked out. They put folks on there like Gaddafi, who was a brutal dictator. So I think that's what the right is a little concerned about. But the bill, or the transfer of the power here, does have support of most tech companies who probably want to control that a little bit more, because you have to remember Google and Facebook, they do business in these very large countries, and because of the different rules, they have to put in back doors, if you will, so the governments can go in and censor and take certain sites off the internet. So I think there's a blurring of the lines. So I think that that we're not going to necessarily see something next month that's going to change, but there's a possibility that things will get a little blurry in the future. So I guess it's just who you trust to be sitting on this panel, and if they're actually going to be effective leaders, or it's just going to continue the way it is.
Well, right now the Commerce Department is basically funding this. It's a nonprofit organization. It's out of Playa Vista. Of course, Google and Microsoft, they're for it, of course. They say if you're going to see anything, you might see advanced spam in the beginning, and that spam could come from all over the world.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct on that. And this is interesting. We're taking a government agency and created and putting it into the private hands, in essence. This is kind of what the Republicans are all about. Free economy, making sure.
But was it a government agency? It was a nonprofit that was funded by the government.
By the Department of Commerce, but they're actually going to be relinquishing now ceding that power, which one normally thinks with Republicans that that's what they want. They want to deregulate everything. In this case, they're taking a stand otherwise. But I just think that the safeguard in place will be that all panel members have to vote on the same issue. There can't be one person that dissents, otherwise the next rule goes on.
Kimberly Dvorak, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always insightful. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thanks.
All right.